Dr. John W. Robbins has been warning people for years about the heresy of Cornelius Van Til. Dr. Robbins writes, and I quote, "From 1975 to 1982, a controversy over the views of Norman Shepherd, a member of the Westminster Seminary faculty since 1963, occupied the attention of the Philadelphia Presbytery and the Orthodox Presbyterian Church and the Westminster Seminary faculty and administration. The faculty and administration were now defending one of their own, a teacher approved by the old guard to succeed Professor John Murray in the systematics department, a teacher defended by Professor Cornelius Van Til, Professor Richard B. Gaffin, Jr., Professor John Frame, and by a majority of the faculty members at Westminster Seminary against charges that he was teaching the heresy of justification by faith and works. Paralyzed by the paradoxical theology of Van Til, both the Westminster Seminary and the Orthodox Presbyterian Church failed to preserve, protect, and defend the gospel against the heresy of covenantal neo-legalism in the Shepherd controversy. Professor Shepherd left both Westminster Seminary and the Orthodox Presbyterian Church in good standing and joined the Christian Reformed Church, where he subsequently pastored congregations for almost 2 decades. Although he had been removed from the faculty, his teaching continued at Westminster Seminary. Norman Shepherd is but the tip of the neo-legalist iceberg floating in the Reformed Sea, because there was no disciplinary judgment against Shepherd by any ecclesiastical body, and because the ground had been prepared for his confusion concerning covenant and justification by the Van Tilian confusion about God and Revelation. Shepherd's teaching attracted more and more followers. Once again, a few recognized the error and spoke out. In the summer of 1999, Indiana Presbytery in the Presbyterian Church in America tried and deposed a man from the ministry for sacerdotalism. He was a protege of Reconstructionist writer James Jordan, a student and supporter of Norman Shepherd. Despite being deposed from the ministry in the PCA, Burke Shade was recognized and accepted as a minister in good standing by Douglas Wilson's new denomination, the Confederation of Reformed Evangelicals." End quote. Not reformed at all, pages 12-13. Last time that Douglas Wilson's Federal Vision denomination known as CREC would take in a defrocked minister, Douglas Wilson's denomination CREC welcomed into their ministry, into their Federal Vision denomination, defrocked pastor R.C. Sproul Jr. He was defrocked back in 2006 for ecclesiastical tyranny, teaching pedocommunion, and all kinds of other things. I'll put a link up to the right of that, so if you want to read about R.C. Sproul Jr.'s defrocking and all of his nonsense. Of course, R.C. Sproul Jr. is big buddies with Doug Wilson, and he's always been in support of Doug Wilson and his Federal Vision teachings.